Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Firestone Walker. This is their 21st anniversary ale and it is considered an American strong ale. Fairly big beer at 11.8%. Comes in this big fancy box. This was sent to me by Rico, and I'm sure this wasn't a cheap beer to buy, especially when they put them in these fancy little boxes that drive up the cost. I'm not a fan of that. Y'all know that. They could just as easily put it out on a shelf like this without putting each one in a little small box like this, which adds cost to the beer. Let's see if I can find what he has written. I don't see it. Maybe he sent this on the previous one. I apologize for this. I should have had this ready, guys. It's not on this one. So, I must have had this one for a little while. Let's see if it's on this one. Firestone Walker. Nothing. I don't see it, guys. I know that Rico sent me this beer, but I'm not going to dig through these. It is what it is. Sure, this is not a cheap bottle of beer to buy. This is their 21st anniversary ale. Like I said, 11.8%. Commercial description. We'll run over to Untap for that. And they show it at 11.8%. At 28 IBUs, and it's got a fairly big, oh my god, it's got 2 pages of stuff. I'm not going to read it, guys. It's not worth it. These guys usually do some pretty tasty beers out of Firestone Walker. They don't make any garbage beers, if you will, but they do put a lot of these beers in the boxes here, which adds cost to the beer. I don't think they should waste their time printing up these fancy boxes. They could print another label and put it on the back and put everything they need to on this. Just my opinion though, guys. I just don't like to see all this wax and corked and caged and special boxes for beers. I mean, unless you want to sell this beer for 100 years, it's unnecessary. It's just my opinion though. Just my opinion. We've got the ABV. We got the IBUs, and as far as it's 21st anniversary, so if you can go to their site and they'll tell you when it was done. They don't put it on the label. It doesn't say 2017 or 2018 or anything like that on it, and I don't see any writing on the bottle to tell me anything different or anything specific. So it is what it is. Final beer of the evening for me. So it is time. Let's get the cap off of this thing and see what we got. A little bit of hiss, a little bit of smoke, and there's the box. While I'm pouring this, I will tell you the cheeses are nutty, Asiago, Colby, Parmesan, General, Digestive. Let's go down the center from the back end. Glass bread, a pint, Becker, tumbler, snifter, mug, stein. I got my favorite tulip glass. It says here can be sold for a long period of time. Evidently, I sold it longer than I thought because the last 2 pages I got from Rico, it's not on there. So I must have had this one for a while. Not much head. It's not even covering the top of the beer. To the nose we go. Rich roasted malt. Hints of caramel and toffee. Maybe some black molasses. A little bit of alcohol. Not much. Not getting any dark fruit on the nose, but it's chilled. It's right out of the fridge. Well, it's time to dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Wow. That's delicious. Very tasty. These guys at Firestone Walker, they don't put out any garbage, like I said. That's a very tasty beer. It's a great final beer of the evening, which it is for me. Wow. Delicious. That is absolutely delicious. And I really didn't expect anything less than that. I just wish they wouldn't go to the expense of putting in these fancy boxes to drive up the cost. They could issue it like this, but they can put it in a box like this and sell them one at a time and charge more money for them instead of putting it in a 4-pack. Wow. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. Very well made beer. A little bit of booziness is on the back end, but it's not off-putting for something that's 11.8%, almost a 12%er. Very, very well done. It is a very well done beer. Well, it's right out of the fridge. We need to let this one warm up a little bit. See if I can get any kind of dark fruit or even some chocolate or even vanilla or coconut. I don't think it's barrel aged or anything like that. I haven't got that information. But it is a tasty beer. So let's sip on this for a while. I'm going to sip on deck, fire up a stogie to go with this and sip on it for a while. See what we end up with. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a less. Very tasty beer. It's a very, very tasty beer. It didn't leave a lot of lacing on the glass. I do think them putting in these little boxes and printing them up and selling them one at a time adds cost to the beer. They could just as easily put this in a 4-pack and sell them and not charge an arm and a leg for each one of them. That's my biggest fuss about these guys doing that type of stuff. I know it's their anniversary ale and they want to make as much money as they possibly can, but it's probably not something that I would pick up. It's just too pricey for what you're getting. You can buy a barrel-aged version of a beer cheaper than what you're going to buy this beer for. So, with that being said, it is a tasty beer. I did enjoy it. A great final beer of the evening, which it is for me. Very tasty. I did find it a little bit boozy, but it's, it's a retired beer. They brewed it once. It's 21st anniversary ale. They did it one time and it's over. So I'm still getting a little bit of the alcohol, but it's not burning or doing anything crazy like that. It's a very tasty beer, guys. Especially if you're used to drinking a beer of this magnitude. And this is considered a strong ale. Almost looks like a stout or a porter in the glass. Very nice. It is very nice. I won't take anything away from that. It is a very tasty beer. Now that it's warmed up, I'm still not getting a lot of dark fruit or anything like that, or any kind of vanilla or coconut. It's not barrel aged, so as far as I know, but it is a tasty beer. Final chug. A very easy drinking to me. to be 11.8%, almost a 12% beer. But I do think them doing the anniversary ale and putting it in that special box, that's cost to the beer. I know they probably print up a ton of these boxes and not add more than probably $1 to each beer, but still, I think they could put these in a 4-pack and charge a little less for it than what they do printing up these boxes and selling them one at a time. So that's just my opinion, guys. What I may love, you may hate, and what I think about a beer, you may hate. But I just think adding that special box and putting this beer in it and charging a little bit more for it. I've had barrel-aged versions of beers that are just as tasty, if not tastier, than this beer for what Rico paid for this box for one beer. So, with that being said, guys, I do think it's an A beer. I'm going to give it an A-. I'm going to give it a 90. Over to Beer Advocate. They say 4.31, which is in their A- scale also. And over to Untapped, we have it at 4.32. Grading those guys on a curve, that's probably into their A category. I'm not going to go there. I think it's an A- beer. That's what I'm going to stick to. If you've had this from Firestone Walker, this is their 21st anniversary ale. Let me know what you think, guys. This is just my opinion. What you may love, I may hate, and what you may hate, I may love. Beer taste is very subjective. Where your palate is and what you like and what you're willing to pay for a beer. So I think this is probably a pricey beer for what you're getting, even though it's packaged very, very nicely. A nice beer to buy and give away as a gift, or it's only in a 12-ounce bottle. It's not like it's in a 750 or a 500 milliliter bottle where you can share it around. It'd be very hard to share a little 12-ounce bottle of this. The other half liked it, and I did too. So, with that being said, if you've had it, guys, let me know what you think. Until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.